I mean, uh, once again, the Kasali have brought his wife to market, doing the errand boy job. And I have a very little time. Okay, so I've spent a long time. I went to, so like I used to tell you guys, uh, I'm a freak for sneakers, wristwatch, and perfume. So I got a few watch recently, and they're bigger than my hand. So today that we're coming to the market, I decided, you know what, let me just go and fix them. Go fix wristwatch. Right? Over 40K don't come off my hand. And I just want to ask, before we talk about this balance, have everybody noticed how the price of drugs will go up every single day? So you can buy medicine for children today for let's say 25K. When they're done with that and you need to like restock that medication, you need to like complete their dose and go back again to buy exactly that medicine you buy for 25K. And now it is 50 something thousand. I don't know what I did do now. But the way they do it for them. I make at the house. And any other person notice or I mean they buy expensive or maybe they buy the one with the no sell. I know just lately the way price of medication will go up. It's crazy. Once again, guys, in my usual way, I like to ask this question. When they hear me, I don't carry my wireless microphone today. I forgot to carry it. Because I didn't even know that I was going to come up. I thought Madam will just waka and waka. Last minute, I said, "Babe, you're supposed to take me to the market. But babe, you can drive now." No, no, no. One accident when she get like 6 years ago, I should still get 8 years before today. So once I'm around, I am driver number one. Anyhow, they come and take me for this place. They come. You know the best me, but I'm just explaining myself to the congregation. So once again, when I hear me, I'm the moon as I be a jam market the doing the job, the professional job of errand boy, like driver. I'm doing it well. I think I'm doing my best. Like I always tell my wife, if one day now you go set ring light, we not get ring light, but you go set ring light, they go tell people say I need to try. All these live video why they do go as evidence against you because people know. So it's not easy for man to wake up in the morning to drive your wife through Aja traffic, like Abramadisha traffic to Aja market and all that. It's not easy. And there's no time for it. And I did, the audio not clean. I know. Then I can buy that mic now because you know, say if I do this show, finish, I dey go listen to that. So I can't realize, say, all those ones what they do with that mic. The audio not really the sharp or sharp pepper, the sharp pepper like that. So I want to make I buy that mic. Today, the mic, I didn't have I can't come up for car. I can't go house. Like I say I will just keep inside my car now. Make to do live like this, make your audio no clean, make it flat, one kind. You know they good because they say attention is the most expensive commodity. So for people to just commit themselves to the watch you, like listen to you, and then they give the quality, get the way they do for body. Because even me too, I be quit the cultural people, person need to give me good service. So Mona no vex, Mona bear with me. I just do this. But I beg, I know say uh, I know say the audio no really sharp. Mona bear with me, I beg, Mona no vex. I dey fine. The thing where I come to today now, I go dey even dey talk. My own na just to dey read wetin una talk. The Ballon d'Or wey dem call do, una don see Osman Dembele deservedly, mo put that word join am, deservedly win the award, right? So, but Lamine Yamal come in second. Mo Salah na fourth. Rafinha na fifth. For my own Ulekuku behind the scenes secret called ballot what I first do. I put Usman Dembele for number one. I can't confuse between Lamine Yamal, between Rafinha and Musala, who I will put for second and third. So I just tell myself, say, okay, Musala and Liverpool do better than I expect in the Champions League, even though St. Paris Saint-Germain not the Martin knockers now. So I put her for second based on highest goal scorer teams in the Premier League. I can't put Rafinha for third. Then I put Lamine Yamal for fourth. Not beside the say the boy not sabi, but I explain my own side. Then I can't share on our own thoughts and on our own bias. To be very honest, I not there for nobody dey right and nobody dey wrong for this one. I just think say Lamine Yamal na maybe fourth or fifth suppose to be second. All the criteria not really follow like that. Also say even win the competition when they follow national team. But I want to hear on our own side. Because for club, Rafinha, for inside that Barcelona, so Rafinha dey ahead of her. He did better than him, more assists. Okay, he give more assists, one more than Rafinha. But Rafinha scored more goals, double the goal when he score. So, I don't say that semi-final against France, they go always at TikTok because that performance, right? I mean, yeah. But I'm just, trying to figure out how una take see am. Wanna talk on our own side of the matter. I not get any judgment or any argument against Usman Dembele winning it. Like I not get any argument. You not get where I won't put the argument. Any court or Akara go, they go strike a match. They not even allow jury selection. They go just talk about the judge because are you stupid? In short, you get the way I carry the matter go reach or court. The judge go lock me up for contempt of court. Those people live a law but But this Lamine Yamal coming second, that one I want to look over Rafinha, and Rafinha becoming fifth. More just use this small time I get because anytime I come that small, I go end the life. But more just use this small time we will get to take discussion. 7 minutes and 25 seconds to be like this, so we will continue. Meanwhile, all of now we be everywhere. We they always follow this channel. We they support this channel. Baba God to bless you. And somebody sent me one message the other day saying, after the thank people, because they be like say at the former, I go Oga Kenny, according to you, you say your name at Kenny. You write for the WhatsApp message. Say, make I save your number, but I never save it. Oga Kenny, I want to tell you something. Then talk say, now the person will trek the distance. Now I know how the distance be for you. So some people, they get the luck of this YouTube. Things are easy for them. They just start YouTube today, tomorrow they don't get 1 million subscribers. Glory be to God for them. My mama dey put parable say the people wey the gods help break their palm kernel for night, make dem no look those wey dey take time dey break their own palm kernel during the day as lazy people, but instead make dem just thank God for their own life, say their own they no need to break sweat, palm kernel just break. The money they just say they don arrange am for them, they go do their palm kernel oil and just live their life dey go like that. But make dem still respect those wey dey use their hand dey break palm kernel. In other words, wetin I mean be say this idea of so many times, even if I share my YouTube link on Twitter, you see one or two persons come tell me say, Baba, you dey pour your hand, you're not supposed to beg for followers. Now somebody like you suppose just dey get am natural. I think una dey make one mistake. Somebody like me, na my personality for radio be that. That person not being reduced. This one, I be upcoming YouTuber. Yes, I know say this upcoming don't say. How many years now you see the upcoming? And numbers they take the judge. People wey dey carry first for secondary school get carry over for university. Na go go school now, understand what I dey talk. So maybe for primary school that time, so I dey ready, I be carry first. Now I be carry over student. So when people commit to watch me or comment on my channel, on my content, on my life, I suppose they're grateful. And again, now all I go just say gratitude is the best way to ask. Somebody like me now come to show gratitude my outside before my hand. I beg. That advice, I'm just saying it here in public so that people will take and know who you are. More than they give me that advice. Even if only 5 people view my channel, I will still say thank you. Even if one person, There were days in the history of this channel where I could do live 2 hours. Only three people will watch it. Those three people, one are my wife, one are my producer, Ahmed Kalegaye. That's why we will be forever. Oh. Even if you offend me, we'll find a way to reconcile them and we'll be forever. And then Precious, and those three of them. Before I leave because they are not before. Sometimes I believe because in the work, if you watch all the people in the watch, I know all of them. There's people, like so. Ah, and the get people, some people from Luxembourg, India, Canada, different time zone. You say, make I not dey grateful. Brother Kenny, thank you very much for your advice. But that's my one advice. I know I never big risk to take. Maybe when I don't reach a Mr. Beast level, I think the do Shakaracha, I know will try to thank you, but I think I will always tell you thank you, sir. Now let's start with the first comment. Just remember, it says, with your hand on. The other one say, why are you not using your wireless mic today? My brother, I don't explain. The mic, I been dey charge am for house. As I did today, so I no plan to go anywhere. You know, so yesterday I will do the production for the gliders. This show, forget. Na Monday we dey produce, and on Monday evening I will dey upload am. When we finish, I tell them the studio day, and I dey stay after Aja. So I can also go some meeting for VI, and pursue money for AFCON, and I also dey look for my flight ticket money to help me next week. So I really come home late. As soon as I eat finish, I log out. By the time I wake up na around 1 a.m., I run enter bathroom bath, sleep again. This morning, when I wake up this morning, carry children go school, come back, I'd already programmed my head like my cyborg. So today, this is a kind of shit. Rest this body, sleep, watch TV. That was the plan. Madam too no so give me itinerary say babe we go market for Tuesday. She bin say because of road construction and heavy traffic, say na on Wednesday we go market which is tomorrow. Only for her to buy a dress sakadalika finish with white cloth so you get black polka dots. I say babe, I change my mind. Kindly drive me to the market. But the funny part of this is that my wife sabi drive. Just that 6 years ago, she carried the motor jam. That's our under 50 that time. I even make the motor come beggar like that. Since that time, that woman she didn't. That time, so anytime, she just tell me say she see me get PTSD. We go work wey she here for free. That's not to real life thing. Well, any asha, that's how I dey go get it. So the mic in the house, I forget to carry am. Make una no vex, abeg, una pardon me. I know say some people will just listen and they get to go that. Una bear with me. But this topic, if I leave am for too long, people go forget am. I just make I just use this chance wey I get go take talk am. To say abeg, una forgive me. Una no vex. Just to say, I can hear you, to say, but the audio is not clear like when you use the mic. Hey, yo, food says, hello, big bro. Thank you very much for reaching out to me. George Ataka, he said, good morning, Mr. Edafi. How are you doing today? Brother, I cannot see. I'm doing bad. I'm doing well. The only money I know. Every other thing said, according to my wife, she will say, babe, reach my fit you. Only the money remains. So, those cinema they say, us having what this is what you man on the speak and type. I'm doing something now, give me. Well, this place are coming. I hope you can sustain it. But thank you very much. But those cinema they say, I like that greetings. Oh, you like the awesome God? Very senior man greeting me that way. My senior, sir. One man for my SQ, Mr. Matthew. The way you greet me, you just I wish I get money, I go dash. That's a big one. That kind very, very loyal and respectful and very precious way. Mr. Even a whole kind of the guys like I reform like but now they use that dog to use my car. Like they look for I use that dog to use my car. I don't understand. My car. You're trying to use the car to romance my car. I know, but if you sell my car, your finance not good. I'm 50 years married. I will just say, let the insurance come my insurance and let them, you know, I do comprehensive insurance on this car. People, my friends Some of them call look me like say I'm not rich. This country, how the country wants to better? People over half a million to corporation insurance. I said, what happened? I'm not a user of my insurance car. Well, let's leave that conversation. Let's go to that. Who's my Michaels, my brother from Cote d'Ivoire? He said, Bros, morning. How is your family and your weekend? I did hello. My weekend was fine. It was good. Just I thought I will not be, not be far away. And I thought I was the 1 seconds man, like to the man. And I was just kidding. It was good. Just remember, they say the Ballon d'Or winner makes sense. Now that Salah shocked me, shocked most people. Okay, God says. Ross, I don't speak that language that you speak, and YouTube Live have not introduced direct translate. So I don't know what you just typed there, but I hope if whatever it is, I wish you the same. Thank you very much. That's all I can say. Just in and say, I feel say Salah crashing at early stage of this year, make no day second. Okay. Green touch say, my oga, you don't go market again. That's that. Other be errand boy na driver. Chris Maneko say he really deserve it. Why are these people driving like they plan to bash my car? I don't understand. Right? You got camera, sir. Only camera, we not to use your cross store. I'm going to get what I'm used to get. I'm here. Like, that's the godly in our behavior. Guys driving it to start. Oh, no. Someone is trying to reverse the whole sport. Yeah. Grossman could say he really deserve it. And just in case you guys are wondering who be the he, is Usman Dembele. Okay, but I don't reason why Harry Kane don't make the best five. Harry Kane supposed to make the best five. I mean, what Harry Kane do last season for Champions League? Because na Bundesliga you the top, and I want club league, I want team league. Harry Kane not deserve am. What's the criteria in picking this their thing? As you rightly said to me, Rafinha deserves to be second than Yamal. Thank you very much for that position. So Harry Kane, I'm Henry our former moderator, he say na poster boy narration for football. Na him make them put Yamal for second. But I get another angle to that conversation. Oh. But let's look at it at the come. I will give una some angle, and then I will use my own mind to judge the matter. This one make us say the thing that I'm seeing is the same thing most of the time with Messi. People just love Yamal to Rafinha. I agree with you on that one. Tosin Lemade says, looks like the criteria you used for the award of the Ballon d'Or is performance in UCL. Really? Of course, some names now we don't know. This is supposed to be for performance in UCL. Why for Stella did for this? Because I think say he performed very well for the UCL. Like he performed well. RCB, I don't know what you decide. Ogoshala Abdulkarim Dayo, he said Victoria Torres, the Mola Award, hope he can score the same amount of goals at the Arsenal too. Well, it's the kind of midfield as well Arsenal gets, and the way I think I said the selected team, that dream has been sabotaged. I don't get hope for that dream again unless I think I change the selection because I think it's kind of like playing with fear. We'll discuss that one another day, but I think that there is particular the players when they sign for Ateta, they make Ateta the fear. So the selected team with confusion, with fear in his heart. When I say guide your salvation with fear and trembling. Then I just say Hurricane. I'll not agree or do. He had a good season. Hurricane not got any business there, not the tissue. Anything Hurricane don't achieve now with Bayern Munich, he's done way more than that in Spurs. They're not nominated and another one nominated. When I come out again for this stuff, I can not day. I know they talk say I not dislike am. This is not a matter of dislike because this is you need to explain yourself before people misconstrue what you talk. But to be very honest, I cannot follow for the Ballon d'Or map now. Shoe, this Hurricane play for England. They know they give up their award and now because go come on them. Now we supposed to for the top 27. The last one you said the Clarice game against Real Madrid kind of handed in some boost in the rating. So let me give you one angle to the Rafinha and Yamal thing. Yamal is obviously the poster boy of Barcelona and almost becoming the poster boy of our Spanish national team. So therefore, there is a high level. One time on my show, I told you guys that my block they say they vote, and once I also explained this thing that once Lamine Yamal and Rafinha there for the vote, plus Vinicius Junior for the vote is already split because the Spanish people supposed to vote for one person. The Spanish people, and when I say Spanish people, I'm not talking about just Spain as in Spain, La Liga. I think one person will be like Inca Sports. So the Spanish people now they are divided between by Spanish people, I mean Argentines, all those Latino speaking people, Mexicans. They're divided between voting for Rafinha, Portuguese people voting for who they could vote for, and then the Spanish people also. So they will cut that vote first. Usman Dembele first get all the francophone vote, but beyond that, get a high percentage based on his real performance. That's all. But there is a story that I saw that kind of like resonate with me. They say there is a clause, that Anthony Massa clause where he signed for a contract. Say if you win Ballon d'Or, they'll give an additional 20 million, and then Monaco, I mean not Monaco, the club where sell Agima United will receive additional 40 million, right? And I heard that Rafinha also have such a clause allegedly on his contract because I never see the contract, but that's what I heard. And knowing fully well that most teams they sign those transfer as add-ons to the contract, that if Rafinha wins the Ballon d'Or, if he wins it, Leeds United will earn automatic 25 million euros from FC Barcelona. So I could, in one way, think that's the reason why Barcelona will pull the plug on promoting and projecting it because if they do, they would sign up the check for 25 million to Leeds United, and that would be a very good money for them to receive leading up to the January transfer window based on how they are playing right now. So I think that's also one of the drawbacks. I'm not saying that they would have won it, but I'm just saying that that is part of why they did not push because again, let's not forget that the Ballon d'Or is about votes and anything where they vote for objectivity in the game. You can agree or disagree. Anything when a human being objectivity no go be. If you think that they like, gather 10 or 20 of your friends, your best friends, so you think say they get fine mind, put them in a room and name three equally and perfect performing footballers and say, Mona vote for the one with the best. You go shock at the result. The result will shock you. So I've always said that when it comes to voting, there are different reasons for the vote. If somebody where you like what was doing inside that place, you go vote for that. And I want. If somebody where they pay your bill, they that place, you go vote for them. So I've always said award and voting is about who sabi campaign pass, who sabi push button. Give you a good example. There was an award in Nigeria, it's called the Nigerian Sports Award also. Yeah, we were all nominated at different times. When I was nominated, I only ask a simple question. Okay, when they nominate you, they'll come reach out to you or you really special where you work, say make una the campaign so that your fans will vote. So I ask a question. I said, I have a problem with this award, though, even though I mean different offices don't win a ball. When you reach my turn, I have to ask a question. I said, I have a problem with this award. Can we change the name to the Lagos Sports Award? The organizers took offense. And I said, you cannot call it the Nigerian Sports Award. Well, let me give you a good example. Somebody like Sammy Wojia in Port Harcourt. We're not friends. I don't like the guy. He did something to me that I don't like. So make yourself put that clear. But I think when it comes to sports presenters in Nigeria, presenters, so nobody can lace his shoe. He's never getting nominated. You know what? He's important. There's another guy in Owerri, Solomon Onu. They call him Solomon Rio. Another fantastic guy. Never got nominated. And then I know some guys in the north, one Aruna guy in the north, one guy in Jos, one guy in Kaduna, Kano as well. They never get nominated. So I say, why are you calling Nigerian Sports Award? And again, you cannot ask me to force people to vote because it is a disservice to the people you are putting in the award with me. If their platform not the big as my own, if they're not there for prime time like morning or evening, they're already disadvantaged. So let your judges vote based on who they know. And I was removed from the award. I'm just using that as an example. And I've seen a lot. Okay, there's also one award also that Murphy won it this year. The next year Murphy was nominated, and one other guy like that, I also like. I don't like many people, was nominated. And Murphy was told before the award that, okay, now this person won't get the award this year. We just want to make it go round. We don't want to make it be one person like win. So I was like, okay, so it's not about your qualification now. Like, it's not about because you're good. It's because they want to impress everybody. And I could also think that at this level too, it's also like that. Huh. Because sometimes there are things I always look at, they make it look like it's a global award. Do they watch the CAF Champions League? Do they watch the Saudi, the Asian Cup as well? Do they watch the Copa de Libertadores to be able to nominate people? Why is everybody getting nominations coming from only Europe? This is a global award. That's a different conversation anyway. So I'm thinking because they don't want to pay 25 million as in Barcelona to lead, they didn't push Rafinha the way they should have pushed him. Because that guy's goal and assist contribution last season was over the 30 line. And Rafinha didn't do that. Or hey, the way we live. That's my thought anyway, but I'm open to read your contrary views or whatever it is. Professor Abdul Karim Dyer say, what do you think say they really cause all Arsenal injury wey dem be get? Abi dem don swear for Arteta, none need don injure so. Well, the injury has been a part of football since forever. Every team, every club has suffered injury one time or the other. So an Arteta team is just a football team. So I can't say it's a swear. I know you meant that jokingly, but I don't think it's swear. It's just what football is. When you train intensively, sometimes because of people's injury, and not all the time, so people don't misconstrue it. Sometimes because of the player's injury is the player itself. When you go to training, you do all those hard work, you don't rest properly, you don't have the discipline to eat properly, it will come back to you and injure you. And for players that, hang on the ball for long, also burst of pace, they put sprints in their game, they are more likely to get it. If you look at most players that play their game clean without most injury, apart from Messi and Ronaldo, they are players who stay within, selected space in the game, unless somebody go and jam them. Those people who play what I call basic but intelligent football. So the cruise. Don't drag the ball with you. Don't fight space. Gets the ball, thinks, and he plays. Xavi Hernandez, Andreas Iniesta, those players, they have long career without much injuries. Because for them, you don't need to break body to play. David Beckham, you don't need to break body to play. But sometimes you will still get injured. Even in the face of all of that, you still get injured. So I don't think it's about swearing for Ateta or anybody. Injury, there is so much that can make you get injured. So much. 80% of it have nothing to do with the coach or the game itself. Most injuries sometimes come outside of the game and then some other ones come to the game. So I wouldn't say that it's because it's well for Ateta. This is my own position. Just remember they say when it comes to voting, it can swing either way. Yeah, there are so many There are too many external, non-sporting reasons why a vote will not go your way. There are so many, like, non-sporting reasons why a vote will not go your way. And so sometimes I just, say, you know what? That's the best man win. In this award, though, I don't think anybody can sit there and say, oh, Usman Dembele does not deserve it. At least this is one where we're not saying they gave it to say they compensate somebody or they gave it to someone. Somebody won it because he did well, right? But in other times, I would have had to ask questions, even when Messi wins it or Cristiano Ronaldo wins it. Like, okay, yes, he's a good player, but like, I don't do it. There's bros, the performance is some suspicious questions to the award. But hey, football is football. We would always, I think that these things would always be done so that there will be talking points and boost the visibility and the sustenance of the award. Because I mean, think about it. If you just do an award and it just goes down, everybody just announce the winner. We all move on. Everybody on the list is good. I don't think that there'll be any major conversation. So I think that again, for media purpose, these guys are some of the best strategists when it comes to media strategy. So they understand we cannot have this award and make it perfect. We must create talking points. So some of the awards, some of the positioning create this kind of talking point. I can't believe that, when I look back and say George Weah won the World Footballer, the Ballon d'Or, after George Weah, players that have been better than me, like Salah, like Sagosu, didn't get to win it. And I was asking myself, like, what are they really saying? Like, you know, Africa doesn't really count. You start making the Grace Award looking like compensation. That's, they didn't even win the championship. Like, you know, well, so how many Champions League you win? How many Pichichi you win? Like, that guy did not win the Ballon d'Or. Thierry Henry, for instance, did not win the Ballon d'Or. So you start looking at the award and saying, okay, it's like the award does not really reason black person. What's your black? The chances of winning it is 10 times. It doesn't matter where you're from, whether you're black from Brazil, you're black from anywhere. Unless you're exceptionally over the top good. Hey, it is what it is. Anyway, I don't follow that they argue that much. I just, I just like to share my own thoughts and move on. Having said that, though, I read everything. We said everything about the Ballon d'Or. Open to any question outside of football as well. Let's talk. It's just 3 minutes, so we can move forward with all the conversation. But this one is still really full like this. This one never come. It's not the so 1 minute. Call the quicker shower. Michael Eleta says Bruno Fernandez is another player that hardly gets injured and is always available. Good morning, bros. It's a wet Tuesday in Lake, my brother. A wet finish. Wet. But you know when you use that one wet, the mind is going somewhere else. As a heterosexual straight man, that is not binary, that is not they them, we. Wet. Kind of be using that kind of word in the Tuesday morning like this. Don't let people start thinking of like people in the office watching this thing and they're looking at secretary that they be eyes and say, Rebecca, Rebecca, my own. Look at this modern Gen Z names. Come to the office, lock the door. Let's take one round for the road. Jesus Christ. I will beat you one day. No. Oh, God. Life should be fun, I beg. Life should not be, how do I put it now? Life should not be over religious. You should not be over religious with life. You should be having fun sometimes. You should laugh. You find something that will make us laugh. Ogunshala Abdul Karim Dayo, why are you laughing? What is making you laugh? Eh? What is making you laugh? They let where? Michael Eleta say, as for the awards, Phil Pedri should have made the top 10. And Kopama as a crazy PRO. Hmm. The line when you say, Elegbete, God is watching over all of us. Now God, I create man, I create woman, I create plugging, plugging, you know what I mean? Plugging, connection, I create feelings, I create emotion. Now I also know, say, when the weather cold like this, and presidential AC, and you know, this is weather for two. Let's make a love scene. Weather for two. I'm married now, you know, I'm supposed to be the talk this kind of things, fear or prejudice. Not like but wait to why women need to watch my life? Why are women not subscribed to my channel? Because I went to check it the other day. It is 95% men. 95% men. Eh? This men, one and then they advise una babe to subscribe to the channel. You are weakening me. If 95% of una will subscribe to the channel, tell una babe to subscribe to this guy. This guy is my guy. You never say the number go not go up. All these brands why they go meet like yesterday and go meet. We see the quality of what you do, but the numbers is not enough. You know, we cannot defend it before our board. Maybe my number will not go up past this 21K what I get. So I'm just saying it to for those of my way also they send me advice. Hey, that we think we should do this content. We think we should do this. We think wanna help me grow the number first. Wanna help. Thank God say YouTube now don't make us if you use phone to the go live. You know the whole stress of going live before you know, I'm not be never live, UPS, generator, everything. At least this one is good. We like TikTok and Instagram now. Right? But when I think I'm my YouTube channel have this channel have 95% of its subscribers as men, only 5% as women, and those women could be all the ladies that have worked with me and are still working with me, plus my wife and my daughter and my sisters and all that. So people should help. Oh, this channel needs to grow. There are things we need to do. Things, imagine that's why I just released. I said, imagine I send Joy go this Ballon award with maybe Caligari or Nicolo. And else go there, wear suit, dress well, go the red carpet, go and interview people. You know, think about this. Maybe I'm overthinking this thing. My dreams are too big. I don't know. But I mean, I cannot reduce the size of the dream, child. Uh, Enehe Adeza says, hello, bros. You are doing well. I love your personality a lot and football IQ. I am a Madrid fan, and I would love you to analyze Xavi's performance so far and your expectations. Thank you. Woo, I don't think that Xavi's done so bad because he came into a team that is already going down, right? But because the name is Madrid, everybody expects them to be at the top at all times. And if you see with them at the end of this season, obviously it will start to rebuild. My expectation, I'm not really high on the expectation for Xabi Alonso, but I think that if given time, he would win them another Champions League and he win them the league title. I think that this season, for instance, he can win the league. I don't see them so bad like last season that Barcelona will usurp them. I think that they can win the league this season. But again, in the Champions League, responsible, reasonable football analyst that can just discount Madrid. I don't like the way they played that first game and referee them to win it. Would have ended in a draw. But Madrid is that team. Once they get to the knockout stage, they are a different animal. So my expectation win the league title, get to the semi-finals of Champions League. But again, Madrid in the semi-finals of Champions League means that they most likely will win it. Because once they get past that semi-final and get to the final, even the worst Madrid team will win in the finals. I can't recall the last time they played the finals and lost. So all of that put together, I want to say that win the league, get to the semi-finals of Champions League first, and anything can happen. But thank you very much for all the kind words that you wrote there. I really do appreciate. Not too many people celebrate people like us doing this job, so thank you very much. Yeah, likewise, my guy, my guy. You say people they look me for office like waiting they do this guy. Call all of them to subscribe so that they will know what they do. They go participate in it. When I turn, I see the rain. I rain the fall, the weather cold. On a normal day, you're supposed to put the whole bread, the cuddle, the day under the duvet, in something stand, and then you find somewhere plug and put. Okay, so it is 1 into 0, and like that's supposed to be. But hustling life. If I've been rich man before, let's think about if I've been comfortable rich man before. My wife no go down that this way to come buy goods wey she wan go sell for market. I think I know. Nobody ask her say, babe, what's up? Let those fried meat, those caviar, let's just eat. And this is the put person in the mood. Just done that they play like good music. Oh, they watch film, and from film to touching, from touching into smooshing, from smooshing to hey na mioro, hey na mioro, gabo, gabo, gabo. Translate it anyhow you want to translate it, but I've said what I've said without saying anything. Greet your office people. Tell your office people that they are the best if they subscribe to this channel, but they are the worst if they do not subscribe to the channel. So let's move on. Ogoshala Abdulkarim Daya says, what is required to get accreditation for the Ballon d'Or award? Okay. If you are a Nigerian, let me talk from a Nigerian perspective, or Ogoshala, are you in another country? Well, let me talk from Nigeria, and that is replicable everywhere in the world anyway. If you are Nigerian, you have to prove that you are a sports journalist, and that means that you would have your SWAN membership, and that is not enough. SWAN membership only allows you to get access to accreditation, to apply for accreditation for sporting events and activities in Nigeria, like athletics competition in Nigeria, National Sports Festival, the league, and all that. Remember, anywhere of these places you apply for, you can be denied accreditation. And also that can also give you accreditation to CAF. So you have to, for CAF, you have to also create your media and prove that you belong to a sports broadcasting organization or you're a freelancer in Nigeria, domiciled in Nigeria. Now that's one. So for the Ballon d'Or, once you have that, there is another one called AIPS. That's the one for that's the international body that regulates sports broadcasters in the world, right? You would now have I think it's about $50 for 1 year membership. You would register. So once you have it, now when you are applying, you would apply one with the name of the organization. In my case, Elevated TV Sports. You indicate what you cover, football and all other sports. What's your role? Photographer, camera, videographer, reporter, writer, all of those, department that follows sports broadcasting anyway. You will indicate. Then they will not ask you to quote your local association membership number. So the card that you have, you can't quote your SWAN number. There's always a number, right? You not quote. Let me give you a good example. This is WAFCON accreditation. This is WAFCON accreditation. If you look carefully, I'm only allowed to go to these three places with this accreditation because I applied as the media manager, right? The person who have like my photographer, Nicolo, have access to some places I don't have access to, like is the pitch behind the goalpost. I don't have access to that, right? So also the place I have access to that I doesn't have access to. And then there are people, different people like that, right? So once you quote your number, they will not automatically require that you quote your AIPS number because they might not be able to verify SWAN number. So when you quote your AIPS number, it will automatically synchronize because if it's a confirmed AIPS card that you have, now your number is also on their website and this whole thing is linked. That synchronization will make them not confirm that yes, you are a member of AIPS. They will now, when you finish it, or continue or next, you click next, it will not say, application for the Ballon d'Or event approved. This approval, right under it, this approval does not guarantee that your accreditation will be issued, but it is under view. Remember that the accreditation is not issued on the basis of first come first serve. It's also the same in CAF, in FIFA, and the rest of them. Now you wait for the email. Now for your own good, go and get your visa that covers that period. Anyhow you want to get your visa. But the good thing is if you get your accreditation early, you can now use your accreditation to go get to go apply for visa for some countries, it is easier when you get that because like Schengen countries now, if you've never had a Schengen visa before, you go apply for Schengen, they're most likely not going to give you. But if you have like, Ballon issued you an application, accreditation, sorry, that's one part of it. So all of those are the process for it. You can also still be denied visa. I mean, that's embassy job. But to help your matter, I mean, have proof to show that you work in an organization, have proof to show that you have money that you can take of yourself. You know, the normal application, that's how it works. For CAF, you have to have a media channel. So there is a link. If you go to the CAF website, for instance, the same with FIFA. If you go to the CAF website, you will see media accreditation. So you click it. It will now show you media channel. When you click that one, you will now see your email, your information, everything, plus the media organization that you work for that is verifiable. The hardest people to get accreditation are people who write, even for FIFA. If you're writing stories on website, like if you apply, they will check. Now, if you don't have up to maybe 100 or 50 and above stories, you may not get accreditation. So all of those are some of the things that add up to the juice. I hope my explanation makes sense to you. If you live in Europe, it's a bit easier. Live in Europe, you know, you're not going to battle for visa, for all those things. So you just apply, and you know sometimes they'll ask for links to work that you've done. Uh, and then again, and let me tell you this one. This is the part where I always think about it. If you're one person that is fond of always criticizing organizers of this competition and all that, if they put your name, they type it and search for the work that you've done that is sports related, they see it, they will not give you a. You know, most people always wonder how I always get all this CAF accreditation because, I mean, normally I'm always, that's what they think anyway. I also have that, I don't always criticize. I highlight what is the problem, and I also happen to be one person who share the solution. I don't criticize without putting a solution that, oh, this is the way forward, this is what we need to do, this is what should be done, and all that. So I think that's what's helped me to get accreditation across whether it's FIFA, whether it's CAF, you know, anything. But as this channel grows, my greatest goal will be to enable people like them Joy, them Nicolo, the people that are working with me now. I work with someone like Timothy, them, but I've not attended any tournament. I'll really be glad to take him to have fun in December if we're able to raise the fund, get it, and then Felix, all those guys, you know. So for nothing, you will learn one or two things. You'll be exposed to other ways of doing things. I won't lie. 2014, when I went to the World Cup, with all that I think I know in football, and this is not sure, but I think I really know a fair share. This is the part of me that people hate. You can just say for nothing. When I went to the World Cup, I saw sports media different from even what I thought we know as real life. Unfortunately, anyway, that time when I came back, when I started asking that we should change. It was at the World Cup in 2014 that I saw that the world is going digital. That media is not how we thought it is. I came back and I was like, look, oh, look at where the world is going. Look at what's going on. Look at what they're doing. Oh. Everybody laughed at me like, you like attention too much. You want us to invest in all these things so that people will see you. Yeah, we are. A couple of years later, how the money they come now? The only one place where the money comes steadily is digital media. Imagine we started there for the front, and we everybody for the follow for behind. Hey, it is what it is. So, Ogunshala Abdul Karim Dayo, that is how it works. With all this international accreditation, well, one thing that anybody that wants to apply for it must do is show enough evidence of work that you've done. Even in my own case, for instance, I've seen a lot of people reach out to me. I want to work with you. I want to be on your team. This one. I always tell them, show me evidence of things that you've done. Oh, I've not done anything. I say, okay. Are you tweeting regularly about sports? Give me sports opinions. Everybody, I will share their Twitter handle with me. All I see is what they are retweeting. What is your own opinion, your own take? They're not showing me. So that's maybe probably what would be hard because these days when you apply for all these things, they ask for your email, they ask for your social media handles like your Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, sometimes some. So you have to realize some they don't even ask. They just take your name and put it online and then you search for your handles and they will see everything that you be putting up. So Inshallah Karim, if you're ever thinking of applying, those are the process. And then there is a place you would also grow up to. You'll be given special invites. If they know that, oh, this guy you're doing, it's about numbers anyway. At that point, it's about numbers. You know, you're doing things, your numbers are really big, and they believe that if you turn up on their event, your video, your comment will bring more attention to it. They will give you special invites, put some package in it, and in it they would also give you information that is not available to everybody. So you can help people or help them to explain a lot about the event. So that's the way it works. I think everybody's gotten very busy, or the rain is getting so strong. No more comments coming through. Nobody's saying anything. We have 51 minutes gone. Maybe, maybe I should just wait to the 1 hour mark before I end it. And I think I've dealt with every question, every topic raised. And maybe the rain is affecting my audience right now, or their hands are not on their phone anymore. Their hands is touching something. Some are handling orange, some are handling watermelon, some are handling agbaluma, but even balls or egg roll, but they are handling something. If your mind they forgot her, and you put her forgot her, or fruits and beverages and snacks, and it's talking about. Uh, Ogunshola Abdul Karim Daya say, thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. I'm in Nigeria. What do you think of Madrid boycotting the Ballon d'Or? I mean, this is not the first time to follow the history. Madrid kind of like feels a lot entitled, and they feel like last year they were cheated. Kind of the way I look at it is somebody must have communicated Madrid that Vinicius is the winner, so they feel some sense of injustice there. Because the way the Ballon d'Or works is that you will be told that you have won, and so they told you that you have won, and at the end of the day you don't win it. That's some disrespect. That's some injustice. So probably that's what it is. Madrid boycotting. It's not the first time clubs are boycotting the award, so I'm not surprised. Don't say Lema this says, now you say make people go they handle something. I just like eat now, just take fruit. This is not what the doctors prescribe. Take some agbaluma, take some lemon, take some orange, squeeze it, roll it, you know, like that. Uh, buy big watermelon is good for the digestive system and for cleansing, you know, and you know, it's what the doctor prescribed. uh, Abraham Nolly, say just join, man, enjoy this. Then what I done, Ibrahim, I was supposed to reach out to you. Not our friend. I don't get money. To be very honest, I don't get money. Debt reach my neck. So I'm struggling. Then what I done, Ibrahim, say, I think the award are well deserved. I only have problem with the women Ballon d'Or. It should have been either Russo or Rihanna Calvelzi. Well, there's always something that should have been that shouldn't have been, whether you like it or not. Ubushala Abdul Karim Daya say, Agbaluma the sweet well. You are a fool. Can it just? Agbaluma they ask this time. Wish. Don't say like this say, my must be I did breast. Yes, do the work, and the work they pay the bill. If everybody go, they go press Agbaluma, the squeeze orange and whatever. Let's see, and idiot, so this boy. How did my mother raise me self? Kabir Rusala, he said the elevator one us first. Nice listening to you talking for. Thank you very much. Be blessed. Please do well to subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed. And invite your friends to also do that. Michael later say, what do you think about the statement by Cafu saying It prefers Brazilian players to move to Spain, unlike England, where they are overhyped, thereby hindering their growth. I am with him 1,000 and a million and a billion percent. I think that they don't play good football in England. I think that England, they just use money to try to promote the league, money and media. They are not playing good football. I would choose the Spanish La Liga 1 million times over. 1 million times over. I do not see this really struggle. My wife is standing somewhere. I call is catching me there. Yay, yay, this way. I agree with Kapu. Kapu, nice guy. I saw him in 2014. Nice guy. We take picture. I don't see the picture again. Well, they will have anybody say Madrid boycotting for the second time in a row. Not good for the award. Maybe we go later hear something in the future. No, it's a fallout of last year that made them. They said it before now that they will not come, and it's possible they might boycott it next year. Okay, I think what will happen is probably Mbappe or Vinicius Junior or somebody will have a great season, and then they'll come. They'll take their award to Spain. They'll go and hold their award in Madrid. That might happen. And then they just beg them to come. They will send emissaries. I mean, losing Madrid is kind of like losing the credibility of the award. If two other clubs join that circle of boycotting, all are done for the award. So that's something. But again, Europeans have a way of not losing their institutions. They have a way of protecting their institutions. And I think the Ballon d'Or have become an institution. They wouldn't want to destroy it. So eventually, there will be emissaries. There will be people see everything be sorted out. We see sharp. Michael later said, I believe Mohamed Salah would have won at least one Ballon d'Or playing for Madrid or Barcelona. I swear to God, if Mohamed Salah was playing for Madrid all this year, 3 or 4 Ballon d'Ors guaranteed for him. Oh, if he play for Barcelona, maybe 1 or 2 guaranteed. Yeah. So, I mean, this is when people, that's why when people say, for what I not need PRO, I like, we are not know anything. Like the people, all the people that says it are just foolish. And I see some people attacking Tolu that is doing too much social media, and I'm like, social media is actually a part of what you need in football. It's not how you use it and what you use it for. But hey, and then Sabi, let me read that again. Michael Eleta said, I believe Mohamed Salah would have won at least one Ballon d'Or if he was playing for Madrid or Barcelona because of their massive PRO and giving those performers. I agree with you 150%. George Atakpa say, hello sir, please. I'd like to hear your opinion on this subject of awarding the Ballon d'Or based on stats. I mean, aside from Rodri and Madrid, who were midfielders, many winners of these awards are attackers. The Ballon d'Or is an attack-based award. If you want to know, it's an attack-based award. If you notice, you will see that there is best goalkeeper, but there's no goalkeeper that's won the Ballon d'Or apart from probably in 2002 when the German goalkeeper won that award, best player at the World Cup. There's always an attacker award, even if you go to the FIFA World Cup, attacking midfielder to the great attacker. So the Ballon d'Or originally is for strikers. Now to distinguish it, they've done some others. But I think that we have also reached a place where they should have the Ballon d'Or for best defender, the Ballon d'Or for best midfielders, and then they use that Golden Boot award to also Oliver Kahn is the goalkeeper I'm trying to remember. So I don't think it's something we need to analyze. It's just clear that from time immemorial, the Ballon d'Or is an attack-based award. You have to be an attacker to win it. You have to be a good scorer to win it. All the other ones, if you see there's the award for goalkeeper, the Yasin Award, this the Bola Award, but the Ballon d'Or itself is an attack-based award. They will have anybody say England just they promote their league and high players. They not get marked for Ballon d'Or at all, they don't. Let's be very honest about that one. Abraham Nani say, boss, do you think Kubasi should have won the no. That one, the winner of the Copa Award is David. I don't think he should. I mean, Did well, oh, had a great season, but no, lack of award, is the person I wanted is the first award of that. Well, that award was his own once he was nominated. So I don't think there's no cheating on that one. We are 1 hour up already, and I think I've also responded to every question. I need a move. I shook the car and the phone shook and fell. It's the shook. The thing I don't like for YouTube live, man tell you now, for YouTube at all. Now say I don't fit do live, they play music. Like any kind of music. That's very, very annoying. But hey, it is what it is. Then what I heard about say I'm happy Occurrence won the Ganmola Award. It can only boost his confidence more and show Ateta that there is a beast there just unleashing. Ateta's problem is now. I think that this is Ateta's problem. This is my thinking because I've been doing a mental review of Ateta. You can't convince me that Ateta does not play attacking football. You can also convince me that he's always playing with the handbrake. But what I have noticed is that Arsenal have not signed this much number of players before. Yes, they have spent more than this money before. They spent about 300 million in one window. That window that they signed Declan Rice, I think they still spent about 300 million. So 255 shouldn't be a problem. But Arsenal have not signed this pool of players before. So now there's this kind of fear and knowledge of knowing that everybody in the boardroom that actually got in here have left. Edu left, all those guys in the boardroom that forgotten their name now, they all left. So Ateta is very sure that not winning the title would mean sacking him. So he's trying to build what I call poetic scene where his two Spanish brothers from the region where he grew up, the Real Sociedad players, Merino and Zubi, would help him. But to that effect, he's not damaging his own team. What I mean by damaging his own team is the fact that now the team is playing like they are always scared. And if it continues like this, the gap between him and Liverpool might become so far that they will let him sack it. But let's keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes. I really feel bad for him that he's the one that is sabotaging himself. I mean, there were times also the board did not sign his type of players, all those things. But you see this vast poison that he's trying to do. I'm not thinking Merino sees himself as a number 10, as a creative player. He's an intelligent player. He can play as a 8. He can be the guy alternating with Declan Rice. But that he now becomes a creator in chief, that's a problem. So Ateta better get his act together. You see that goal that Gabriel Martinelli scored. No other midfielder in Arsenal would release that ball one time. They would dress, romance. Maybe Zubi would have, but the way Eze played that ball, that's already a sign for you that, oh, I will build my creative hub around this guy. Also, that should also make other guys wake up. Yes, the captain, but there are assistant captains. This is an era where we have 5 captains in the team. So if you continue playing there, it gives you multiple options. One, if you play Eze through the middle in the number 10 position, whoever is on the wide side, if eventually you want to bring in Martin Odegaard, you can now remove the guy on the wide, maybe it's a Trossard or it's a Martinelli or it's a Nandi, whoever, and say, okay, there's a shift to that side, and then Martinelli come in. You would have had the value of 2 for 1. Well, which I be a coach. I'm not a coach again, so maybe I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but sometimes that's the way I see it. Hi, they just Abejide says hi, and then Demola Abeli say Bass family, yes. Oluwa Tomiwa Raphael Adetunji Obe says great live stream element. Thank you very much, sir. Why not even come late when I just want to sign up? Michael Eleta says Kingsley. Every time I see your name, Kingsley come my mind. Oh. Fantastic player, not injured. What other suggestions would you prefer on voting for the winners aside voting by captain coaches who play with these guys? Do you feel a panel would also arouse controversy? Anyhow you bring it, there'll be controversy. But then again, award like this is the controversy that's selling. So if you take away the controversy, the award is shit. Because what do you want in an award? You want it's a once in a year thing. You want many heavy opinionated conversations after the award. So this for the purpose of the award, this is the best way. If you generate controversy like in this case, you will plug in some things and really make it controversial. Again, don't forget that the leagues from which all the players are nominated are not watched equally in all parts of the world. People in Germany, for instance, don't watch the Premier League that much. The Premier League is not popular in most of the countries where they are voting. People forget that part. In most countries where they vote, and that's why the Premier League hardly gets winners from it. What they watch is the Champions League. So if your performance no genge for Champions League, when they are coming to vote, they are going to vote based on what they have watched. And in Europe, across Europe and across most parts of the world, the Premier League is not there. People say it's the most watched league in the world. Yes, what you have to understand is it is the most watched league because it is popular in highly populated countries. You watch the Premier League a lot in Africa. Africa alone is 1.4 billion people. Watch the Premier League in India. Watch the Premier League in China. How many people in these countries vote for the Ballon d'Or? You understand? But the La Liga is watched in all South American countries, North America. The Premier League is watched in the US, in Africa, 1.4 billion, in China as well, another 1 point something. So when they say it's the most watched league in the world, you have to ask where did they watch it? But significant countries watch the La Liga, stream it, follow it more than the Premier League. So those are some of the small things you do. So anyhow you want to do it, there's still going to be, you know, talking points. You are the one calling it controversy. As a media person, I am happy. You think I mean? Imagine if the Ballon d'Or was perfect. Everybody got as expected. You know that I will not do this live stream that I have 26 people watching. And of this 26, maybe 2 or 3 persons will subscribe to my channel. So that's what, if the word of sports is a perfect word, maybe I'm not going to sell them. Maybe I'm not going to sell. You know, controversy sells, and it's what it is. I'm sorry. Double Abel Ibrahim says, other guard will go past that kind ball. Other guard not go past that kind ball. Never. Ateta should just build the midfield around that guy. He sabi play the tight area too. I agree with you on that one. Lower to the Adetunji Obe says fire. Andrew McDonald he say all white next year. I'm assuming that you are talking about Real Madrid. Well, hopefully you've been boycotting the awards. What did the Ballon d'Or decide? Okay, you know what? Let's even push this controversy to another level. We will not nominate any Madrid player next year. Just as a retaliation, act. So is that your all white is what you're talking about? Remember that they've been boycotting this award for 2 seasons now. Okay? Ogunshola Abdulkarim Dayo says, what do you think of Anthony Joshua's career now? Can he still come back? Well, he has not officially retired, so to use the word come back, strange. Um, I was never a fan of Anthony Joshua. So try and get it. This is not personal. I like boxing that is brutal. I don't look at boxing as a sport. I grew up in the streets. I grew up watching some of the top boxers. Muhammad Ali on TV, Hagler, Marvin Magnus Hagler, Foreman, the brutal Iron Mike Tyson, Um, Lennox Lewis, one guy that I love. I love their boxing. It's the pugilist delight to see people go on the broad, knock people out properly. I just think that my Anthony Joshua is one of those fine boy boxers that can do the boxing and immediately go to nightclub from the side. I never, it's like a footballer. I never really, I'm not a big fan of it. So if he wakes up and say he wants to come back, great. If he doesn't want to continue to box, if he wants to retire from here, great for him. Truth be told, he's made a lot of money. He's made a lot of money. He's invested heavily in real estate. He's doing well. The boxing has not destroyed his brain, has not messed him up. That's fine. If he still says, you know what, I still got some juice in me, I still got something to punch, it should come out. If he says, my jaws are still stable, I can still take it, it should come. I'm not against, there's nothing about him that makes me think, oh, Anthony Joshua is a finished guy. If his goal of coming into boxing was to make money and make a name, he's made it. Whether I like him or not, who my bloody cares? In the world of administration, I won't know this, right? But as a boxer, I think he's done his best because the sport has gone from just beating people brutally to really making money, to making money. And the kind of money he's made, either ways you look at it, administration is a winner. He's made a king's ransom out of boxing. If you choose to stop, he's a success. If you choose to continue, he's a success. I think I understand that in heavyweight boxing, if you've won the heavyweight bet, you are a success. It's like if you win the World Cup, nobody cares whether you've won it 10 times. If you won it once, you are a success already. England is an example. If you win the World Cup once, look for it. I'm going to win. Okay. You understand? So I don't know whether I want to come back or not, whether I want to continue because the word come back here doesn't follow. Godfrey Sanchez says greeting from Berlin. I'm coming to Germany next month. We hang out, Godfrey Sanchez. We are in Berlin. I'm coming to Munich. It's a bit far. So if you think we can hang out, send me a DM on my Instagram, Elevator1, or TikTok, Elevator1. And then let's see. On Twitter, I'm Elevator1 Sports. Right? We can hang out. If you want to, don't go over your schedule, inconvenience yourself. If it is doable, let's do it. But if not, no problem. I just like, being in the companies of my community people. My people use the word my fans, but sometimes it feels diminishing to people like because somebody is watching you on the screen, you say they're your fans. Some are older than you, some are richer than you, some are bigger than you, some are a lot more experienced than you. So and fans kind of look like people who are looking up to you. So I don't like using that word much. I like the word community or family. That's why I use. So sorry if you think I'm not using the right word, but that's how I feel like. Michael later says, as for the all white, I think it means the Ballon d'Or, but blacks are dominating right now and will still be there. Yeah, no, the all white culture is beginning. I think that black people should dominate everything. It's just that we don't have a proper, as a continent, we don't have a proper voice and we don't have a proper PRO. Our media does not function well. Our media is, sorry to say this, but our media is a lot more of eye service media than a strategic voice, narrative shaper. We have not mastered the act of being narrative shapers. But I think with time, this to be very honest, these young people that are coming up, they are good. Oh. They are supported, platforms aligned properly. These young people will do great things. They would they would push some buttons and things will be fine. I pray so. Demola Abiodun Ibrahim says, make injury no go give Ateta another chance this season. Oh. This one that none is injured again. Every now they have at least one injury, and that's very bad. But Bukayo Saka is but I think that the squad is big enough. Nobody is going to accept injuries as excuse because again, crumbled in some games, like the Liverpool game, like the Man City game, where when they do final appraisal, if you continue like this, the final appraisals, nobody will look at the injuries. They will look at the games where it was not brave enough, where he didn't make bold move, where he didn't, step up properly to the plate. And I, me, I am 110% convinced that at the end of this season, no title, no major title won because you can go and win Carabao Cup now the same with the title. No major title trophy won, Ateta is gone. Because all the people that are supposed to be backing him, they're already out. These are new people coming and their, their terms of reference is lead this team to title, let's start making money. Can't be spending this much money. Only in the 6 years to 7 years that Ateta is there, can't be spent over 7 billion. I mean over 1 billion. I want to say someone I mean. Over 1 billion, in terms of transfer, in terms of players that was released without making sales. People like Mesut Ozil, America Bomayan, and some other small players. If you put all that in value, it's over 1 billion already. And nobody's going to sustain that. I mean, oh, coach, you try, no. He doesn't win a trophy, he would be fired. I'm sure it is the knowledge, the realization of that, that the board does not have anybody who's speaking for him again, that's making him crumble. Because if you look at the way his team plays, even against Leeds, against Athletic Bilbao, against all these smaller teams, there's something missing in this Arsenal team. There's something missing. The energy, the verb, the freedom to play, run at the opposition is not there. We will wait and see anyway. Now, they go sack, not be me. I mean, so Lema says, not only Germany you they go next month. Uh, where are you? Well, let me start with you. Where are you, Tosin? Because if you're in UK, you know, so I need another visa to enter UK. If you're not in the UK, I might say, okay, let me come and see you. Okay, so actually, what this thing is owing me about 10,000 euros, right? And a few other money here and there, works done that I've not been paid. If I have those money in my hand before I travel, I would. I mean, I have almost 3 weeks now. And what I'm going to do in Germany is like 6 days. I could just jump on a train or jump on a flight, go around different places, and be able to. It's me and my producer that's coming. Be able to do 1 or 2 interviews and all that. I mean, I'm still paying back the loan that I took to go to Morocco for WAFCON, and I just paid school fees, 3.6 million for my children's school fees. You know, so the one thing that will make it impossible for me to go, that will make it impossible for me to have wiggle room to move maybe Portugal, Spain, any other place. I would have loved to go see. There's a guy who said he's in Luxembourg. It's not too far from Germany. I would have loved to go see. That's in between Switzerland and France, if I'm not mistaken. If I know my geography very well, I've been to Luxembourg before. I would have loved to go see him. I mean, those kind of things and memories that last forever. Oh boy, you come from Nigeria, come see me. That would have been nice. Well, I would like to. I don't have the money right now, so I'm constricted. I mean, at least in Germany, I know I have free accommodation. I'm staying in the Bayern Munich campus, free. As long as we have that our partnership, those are some of the small benefits that I will have. But I mean, things can change, things can happen. So let's keep my fingers crossed. Somebody can come in and say, I'm sending you $2,000 or $5,000 or euros. So you don't change again. Matter don't change. More interviews, more visitation, more hanging around, more pushing, more content and all that. So let's keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes. Obushala Abdul Karim Dayo says, how does board of directors in football club work? Are they appointed or nominated or employed? Some members are employed, but majority of them are appointed. Now people get the club. Now first of all, try and understand. This club is a company, a business that is owned by someone. That someone cannot be there to run the day-to-day activities of the club. So he would appoint something. In other cases, like in the case of Ineos, Saratcliffe, he wasn't appointed. He bought his way into the board. Some will buy their way into the board. Others will be hired, will be employed. And then some, because of their knowledge, would be appointed, paid to do the job. While some clubs allows you to buy shares in the club. So it is spread across different clubs have different ways of doing it. And then in some clubs they're actually elected, like in Spain, Barcelona, Real Madrid, you are elected. And the board, like a parliament, you have your team. When you're elected, you pick your team and you go to work. So there are different, how do I put it now? There are different ways that this work. Uh, and it's not just one style. So football administration does not have one uniform way of doing it. And different countries, differently. In Italy, for instance, majority of the club are family owned. Juventus, AC Milan, personal business. But then you still need a board to run it. So you hire people, you employ people. Football director, for instance, is employed. Technical director, and then chairman is elected or appointed. So it differs from one club to another. It differs from one club to another. Uh, Daso Nim Sarah from Sri Lanka. Good to have you here. We're almost at the end, but I mean, it's always a pleasure to have someone from such a far, far distance. How is Sri Lanka today? Are you doing? How is everything going? Thank you for joining this live. Please do us well to click on the subscribe button and also do well to click on the like button. A lot of likes to do 16. That's good. Please do well to click on that. Adewale Anis said hi. Thank you very much for joining us well. And we're talking about the Ballon d'Or. The winner is obvious choice, so nobody have any argument against that one. But we're just asking if it was okay to rank Lamine Yamal over Rafinha, owing to the fact that all of the statistics that is required to rank anybody, Rafinha's stats, numbers, stack higher. I think, as a matter of fact, double every number that Yamal had. The only place where Lavnal beats him is in the assist, and it's just one goal assist difference. So, I'm just wondering, everybody's having a conversation around it. And Mo Salah, would he ever get to win this award? So no matter what he does, seems like even winning the English League and becoming the highest goal scorer in England does not really count. Well, it didn't count for Thierry Henry, it didn't count for a lot of other players. So why am I expecting it to count for Mo Salah? Well, he's getting close to the end of his career by my own reckoning. He didn't announce anything. I'm just assuming. And if he has not won it since, it's almost likely he's not going to win it again. Again, Africa have had some players that have performed incredibly well. They've not fallen into the slot of overwhelmingly favorites. Like Samuel Eto'o, like Didi Drogba, like Mo Salah, Yaya Toure. They've not fell into the overwhelming favorites. They've not fell also into the outside chance to win it, like Papa never did in 97, no, 2007, if I'm not mistaken. I won it over Thierry Henry. I'm still surprised about that, but hey, it is what it is. Uh, there's nothing much to argue. Well, thank you to those of you who joined this live. Thank you to everyone who's supporting this channel. Sometimes I'm overwhelmed. Sometimes I get really emotional. This is it. That we finally decide to come. Maybe they do like. Thank God. But you need to go, so we just carry the. Okay, but guys, you're not carrying any other thing again. Okay, no problem. I'm coming now. My boss is here. I gotta go. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Right. So what I was saying as I was rounding off, I want to say massive thank you to every one of you who have subscribed and supported the police appreciate it. Please introduce our. Thank you so much, and God bless you guys. Bye bye.